Now, here's a question for you to reflect on. Are you tired of repeating the same mistakes, behaviors, patterns that have been passed down through your family for generations? So this is going to be a two-part series. The first part, we're going to talk about what the problem is when we don't break the cycle and the consequences that come with it. And part two, I'm going to list out the strategies and the unconventional ways you can apply while raising your kids that's going to help you break this unhealthy cycle we've been living in. Let's dive in. Raising kids differently in order to break this generational parenting cycle has been the movement in families lately. We all know parenting has its ups and downs, and I know it's easy to fall back into the old patterns, unhealthy most of the time, of our own upbringing without even realizing it. But what if those patterns, those old patterns, aren't serving us or our kids anymore? One of the most common issues I see in families nowadays who are stuck in this generational cycle is the lack of emotional intelligence and expression. When we're not taught how to deal with our emotions, how to properly express them, what happens? We often end up passing on that same lack of awareness to our kids. This, unfortunately, can lead to patterns of depression, anxiety, even addiction, which is something very serious. The other issue is how we deal with disagreements, differences of opinion within our family, with coworkers, and friends as well. So it applies to not just our relationship with our kids, our interaction with our kids, but also the interaction we have with everyone that's around us. So when we don't have a healthy way of interacting, of resolving conflicts or disagreements, what ends up happening is we are inadvertently teaching our kids that blaming, stonewalling, gaslighting, yelling are acceptable ways to deal with tough situations. And I'm pretty sure that's definitely not our goal here. And then there's a way we model relationships to our kids. If we're not showing them what a healthy, respectful relationship looks like, how can we expect them to create those kinds of relationships for themselves when they grow into adulthood? We often unintentionally perpetuate patterns of people pleasing, a fear of setting boundaries, or we go to the other extreme, the complete opposite. Being too harsh on them, yelling too much, disciplining with anger, which sadly can lead our kids to lack of confidence and not being able to assert themselves. So how can we do things differently? How can we break the cycle, this unhealthy, harmful cycle we've been living on from generation to generation, and give our kids a much better future to look forward to? That's exactly what I'll be talking about on my next video, part 2 of the Cycle Breaker series. So make sure you check it out. The link is going to be on the screen somewhere. I'm going to be going through the 5 most effective ways that you can implement in your family today based on a lot of research that I've done. That is definitely going to help you break the cycle and bring back sanity and less chaos into your household. I'll see you there.